Okay, so I think I'll make a start. I'm sure that others will join us in the next couple of minutes, but we'll kick off because we've got quite a lot to get through today. So the first thing to say is hello and a very warm welcome on this rather chilly day to our Good Causes launch event for the Birmingham Community Lottery. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Carr. I'm Chief Executive at Birmingham Voluntary Service Council, and BVSC is the organisation that's going to be running the Community Lottery for Birmingham. It's really great to see so many of you here today. We've got a record sign up, I think, for this event. So thank you very much for your interest and support. This session is all about finding out more about the Birmingham Community Lottery, what it is, how it's going to work, and how you can get involved as a potential good cause participant. We've appointed lottery management company Gatherwell to support us in this initiative, and Gatherwell help to run several very successful local community lotteries all across the country, and you'll hear a bit more about that in a second. We've got Carol O'Neill from Gatherwell here today, and Carol's going to give us the details of how it all works. But just to give you a brief overview, you probably have picked up quite a bit from the information that's been sent out already, but just so you have a sense of what it's about, the community lottery is about enabling local good causes, that's charities, community groups, clubs, etc., to reach out to their supporters and get them involved in a fun and engaging way, and also as a means of raising income for that good cause. So that's where the proceeds of the lottery are channeled. There'll be weekly lottery draws, and participants, that's those who buy tickets, will have the opportunity to win prizes, and there's a top prize of £25,000. See if I can get the maths right here. Carol will go over this again, so this is just a chance for it to be repeated more than once. 50% of proceeds will go to the good cause itself, so the good cause that helps people and encourages people to buy a ticket. 10% goes into a central pot, which BVSC will then distribute to other participating good causes. About 18% will go towards prizes, the prize fund for participants. And then if my mental arithmetic is right, about 22% or so goes towards covering VAT costs and also any running costs for the lottery. So you'll see all of that on a slide shortly, so don't worry at all if you've missed it. Carol's presentation is going to take about 30 minutes, I guess, and there'll be plenty of time for questions afterwards. So there's an opportunity for you to sign up as a good cause if you're interested as well. Please do ask questions in the chat. We'll try to get through as many of them as we can, and if we can't get through them all today, we'll pop them into a Q&A document, which will go up onto BVSC's website with the presentation. So just in terms of housekeeping, if I could ask you to, if you're not speaking, if you could keep yourself muted just to cut down on background noise. And with that said, welcome, Carol, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to see so many faces this morning. It is absolutely wonderful. We've been excited all week to get to Wednesday and to get this launched. I'm just going to start to share some of a screen, as Brian said. So if you bear with me a moment, and I'm just going to need to do the inevitable, can everybody see this check? Bear with me a second. So Brian, if you're still on, can you just confirm for me that that's coming through okay?
I can certainly see it, yes.
Oh, wonderful stuff. So yes, thank you very much for the introduction. As Brian mentioned, I'm just going to take about 20-25 minutes to run through how the lottery works, what you guys can do to get involved, and a little bit of information about how you sort of log on and how you engage with the website. If there are questions, it is best if you pop them in the chat. We're going to monitor them through the presentation, and then we will do our best to answer once we get to the end of the presentation. So I do apologise, I'm going to speak at you for the next sort of 20 minutes or so, but please do just keep a note of those questions so we can come back. So as Brian introduced, there is going to be a Birmingham Community Lottery, which is due to go live at the end of March. So this initiative has been brought by BVSC, by Brian, Ian, Helen and the team over there. And we've been working to get this up and running over sort of the last few months. Now, a little bit about what we do. At Gatherwell, we have been running community lotteries for over 10 years now. We've got over 140 community lotteries established throughout the UK, and that is in partnership with CBS groups, local councils. So currently we have around 14,000 good causes that regularly fundraise online through our lotteries, and that are actually getting those payments coming through just to boost their budgets. So the lottery is being launched to support you guys, good causes in and around Birmingham. And what we're going to run through today is how the lottery works for supporters. So just a bit of background as to sort of how the general public will engage with the lottery. As Brian mentioned, we'll go through the breakdown of the pound so you can see exactly how much is coming back to yourselves as a good cause. The prize breakdown and the weekly prizes, and then how it works for you guys. So this is really the most important bit, how you sign up, what are the expectations and the support that you can expect from us and the team. And then the very last bit is just a little bit of a commitment, a little bit of a challenge that we lay down to people that do sign up. And we tend to find that the challenge we set down usually means we get a successful lottery and we get good causes raising lots of money. So how it all works. Now, as we said, the first area we'll cover is just going to be looking at how this is for your supporters. So these are going to be the general public or people that regularly may be fundraising for you or out there supporting your good cause anyway. So the Birmingham Community Lottery website has gone live today. And this is going to be a weekly online lottery. So it's pretty much like you would expect with your national lottery. You get a weekly draw, which is 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening. And the more numbers that you match, the bigger the prize that you win. It is a national draw and tickets are £1 a week. So to engage, you can just go online, you can choose your numbers, or you can actually opt for a lucky dip. So it is player dependent how you'd want to do that. The main difference here between the way that we have community lotteries and the way that you would have your national lottery is once you have decided to purchase a ticket, you actually, the player decides where that money goes to. So all of the good causes will be registered on the lottery website, and it could be that the support has been directed there from a local youth group that they regularly support and they want to go online and buy a ticket to continue with that. Or it could be someone that just wants to play the lottery and then they get a chance to look through all of those good causes and decide where they actually pledge their pound to. Now, payments are very easy. You set up by direct debit, or you can have a recurring debit similar to what you do on Netflix or with Amazon, and that would just keep going each month, and your numbers would stay the same once you've set up your account. If people are unsure about setting up by direct debit, you can actually buy blocks of tickets. So you can buy a 5-week block, a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-week block. And that is an upfront payment. It can be done online, and we also have manned telephone lines and email support there for people that might not want to engage directly online. Now, winners are notified each week via email. So once that winner has actually been clarified with our team, they're paid directly into a bank account that they nominate of their choice. Now, in order to do that, they come back to the website and they do actually just have to confirm where those winning payments are going to go. Just before the payment goes through, and they are asked the question, would they like to donate their winnings back to the good cause that they chose to support? And we do find, I think we're just shy of 20%, around 18%, do choose to actually donate the winnings back, which is fantastic from a community lottery point of view, because it goes to show that people tend to play to support their local chosen charity or community group, rather than just engaging for the chance to win a prize. The prize is usually secondary, but we do get an awful lot of winners that decide to donate that back, which goes straight back to the good cause. Now, as Brian mentioned earlier, this is a little bit more detail of how the actual pound is split. So for every £1 ticket bought, 60 pence of that ticket goes directly back to the good causes within Birmingham. Now, the way this is actually broken down, 50 pence will go back to you guys, directly to your local good cause, and then 10 pence remains in a central fund, which would be administered by BVSC. I know when we've spoken to Brian, there's going to be sort of grants that are allocated throughout the year. So that will, again, go back into the community to help with good causes. You tend to find with like the National Lottery and the Postcode Lottery, that is around 28 pence in every pound goes back to the good causes. So you can see with the Community Lottery, it is quite a large amount that's reinvested back to those good causes. Now, there are some prizes that we have to maintain in the prize pot. So just under 20% goes back from ticket sales to supporters as prizes. If in the first week of the draw of the Birmingham Community Lottery, we were to get a £25,000 winner, a jackpot winner, or even one or two jackpot winners, there wouldn't be any risk to BVSC at all. We are completely covered. It is Gatherwell's risk. We have something in place called jackpot insurance. So even if there is multiple prize winners that week, until that prize pot is actually built back up, there is no risk at all. And then we have running costs, which come out around just shy of 22%. There's a VAT element in there. But the running costs incurred by Gatherwell are mainly the setup, banking, the transactions, the running of the site, and the player support that goes alongside that. So this is a breakdown of your weekly prizes. So like we say, it's a Saturday night draw, and your top prize is £25,000 weekly. All the way down, you can see 2,250 down to 3 free tickets. So your overall chances of winning a prize are 1 in 50, and your chances of winning the jackpot prize are 1 in a million. It is a national ran draw that is actually ran weekly. And as we said, it isn't just one prize, there can be multiple winners. The small writing there, if you can't quite make it out, it does just explain the jackpot prize cover that we have. So if we were to have multiple winners, lucky enough to match all the winning combinations, they would all take a jackpot prize away with them. Now, the way you pick your numbers is a little bit different as well. So I will just confirm that. So with your National Lottery, you just choose, I think it's between 1 and 50 now. This is a sequence. So you choose 6 numbers in sequence. And then as you can see from the slide, you can match all 6 or the first 5, last 5, first 4, last 4, all the way down to your first 2 and your last 2. So slightly different there. Now, when we actually have our first draw at the end of March, there will be an additional prize that runs that week, and that will be just for people playing the Birmingham Community Lottery. So BVSC are kindly going to have a prize available. It'll be a tangible prize. Some of the super draw prizes that we actually have throughout the year, you can see here, we tend to run these. This is from Gatherwell as well. Every sort of 3 months, existing players will be entered for free into a super draw, and that could be for a tech bundle or it could be for holiday vouchers. We've recently had some IKEA vouchers, which was super successful. Everybody sort of obviously wanting to do a bit of home improvement. But we regularly run those as a thank you to players that are, you know, playing week in, week out, year in, year out. And it also allows good causes like yourselves a chance to sort of reach out to new players every few weeks at the end of every quarter and say, you know, if you were to sign up to support us this month, you will be entered into a super draw prize to win one of the sort of following bundles. But it's great. It rewards existing supporters and it also encourages new players as well. Now, this is probably the most important. So this is how the lottery is going to work for you guys. So this is how the good causes are going to engage and what you would need to do. So as I mentioned earlier, Birmingham Community Lottery, the website has gone live today. So it is open for applications from all of our good causes, and applying is really easy. So it is an online application. It takes a few minutes. It's just a little bit of information about your organisation. and then it will go through an approval process with BVSC. So they will just qualify, make sure that everything that you filled in on the application form is okay. It takes a couple of days, and then once you're approved, you will be live on the website. So at that point, each good cause gets their own little section of the website. So you get your own page. There you can put all the information about the work you do. If you've got any targets, or if you're raising funds for something specific, a project, or for building improvements, certainly do make sure you shout about it on your page. You can even have a little target tracker if there's an amount that you're looking to actually raise successfully, and that will just tick through the year as you sell tickets. Now, once you are live, it's time to shout about it, to go out to all of your supporters, let them know that you're on the lottery website. You will receive a welcome pack, which will have all of your marketing tools in there. And online, there is a dashboard that you'll be able to have access to that has all the online marketing tools you might need for Facebook. There is a timeline in there as well, which will count you down to the first draw. Now, this is probably one of the areas where our good causes say they're most grateful for when they sign up, because every month you will receive your raised funds monthly paid into your nominated bank account. So it's usually within the first or second week of the month, and that will be ongoing throughout the year. So you know that once you've signed up and you started to sell tickets, that is going to be income that you can generate monthly. There's even areas on the dashboard you'll be able to look and forecast if you were to keep selling that many tickets, what sort of payments are coming in, or if they were to sort of increase. So it gives you a real idea of being able to plan ahead and basically have a strategy to engage with your supporters. Now, this is just an example of one of our good cause web pages. So as you can see, this is the Birmingham Community Lottery Central Fund. They are already up and live on the website. So you can see here there is a ticket, a target that they can actually trace as they sort of get ongoing with the lottery. It always has the date of the next draw, and it will have the jackpot down at the bottom. But most importantly, it's got a nice little bio there explaining what you do and the work you do. And that can be updated. You can manage that yourselves online or make amendments to that as you need to. There's also a support account, so you'll be able to see how many people are engaging and how many people are buying tickets. Now, as we mentioned earlier, as soon as you are approved on the website, the most important part is to get out and to get shouting about the lottery and to encourage supporters to engage. So we make sure that you have got all the tools you need to do that. So this is just a very sort of simple example of some of the materials that are available for you to download. It will have your Good Cause logo on there, and also the lottery imagery. And then it will have a little explanation of what the lottery is, how much it costs, and there will be a QR code which will take your supporters directly to your page on the lottery website. Now, not everybody is sort of a marketeer, so the amount of information we have on there, everything's downloadable to print or to share. So if you do want a leaflet drop, you can certainly do that, or you can include QR codes on newsletters. There's also banners for Facebook, things to add on to Twitter. So there is something pretty much for everybody. Now, I'm just going to run through, this is just a couple of minute presentation that just breaks down exactly what you can expect. So I will just allow this to play, bear with me.
So you've signed up as a good cause. Now what do you need to do? Well, you need to let people know about it so they sign up and support your cause. We do all of the boring hard stuff for you, and we even give you tools to promote it, but you need to use them to spread the word. Start shouting from the rooftops and let as many people know as possible. Remember, the more people who know about your lottery page, the more supporters you will get and the more money you will raise. The sky's the limit. Never stop recruiting supporters. Not only do you scoop 50p from every ticket they buy, but they also help spread the word for you. And because people sign up as long-term supporters, you raise 50p from their tickets every week. And it all soon starts adding up. But it won't happen on its own. All you need to do is keep spreading the word. As a good cause, you get your own dashboard, which helps you keep track of how your lottery fund is performing. Download marketing leaflets or even customize them to say what you need to. When you first log into your dashboard, the name of your dashboard will be across the top, along with any immediate actions for you to do. You'll also see a chart to show how your tickets are growing. If you click on the supporters button, this will take you to a page where you can see all the details of the people that are supporting your cause. You can use the supporters details to thank supporters or provide updates on how their support is helping. The leaflet button is probably the most important button on your dashboard. Here you will find lots of leaflets that we create especially for your cause. You will find both printable and digital versions with your own logo on. What's more, they're specially tailored for you, as they send people straight to your page, where they buy tickets for your cause. All you need to do is make sure you use these leaflets to spread the word and watch your funds grow. So, print off as many printable versions and hand them out to as many people as you can. People can even scan the QR code that we put on there for you, which takes their device straight to your page, so they don't need to search for you when they visit the lottery site. Download the digital leaflet and email it to as many people as you know. Your digital leaflets contain a special button which directs them straight to your page, where it only takes a minute to sign up and start raising money for you. What's more, you can even change the text on all of these leaflets using the Customize button, so you can create your own version with a special message, like what the money you raise will be used for. A new leaflet design is available every few months, so you can keep the advertising materials for your lottery page fresh. So remember, your dashboard is your most important tool and provides you with everything you need to enroll your own supporters. We do all of the hard work for you, so all you need to do is shout about your page, spread the word, and watch the money you are raising grow.
So I think that pretty much sums up, it does my job for me, exactly what is included within the website and the support that you get from Gatherwell. Just to sort of give you a little bit of background into that support though, so the work we do, obviously we work with BVSC, we've got the website up and running now. So that is powered by the Gatherwell engine. So like I say, we have 140 of these lotteries successfully working throughout the UK. Your website has to have constant updates for PCI compliance because it also needs accessibility updates for visual impairments. That is all actually taken care of by ourselves. So that is there behind the scenes. The website has a 99% uptime. It's monitored 24/7. And it is a responsive website that can be viewable on all devices. So you can look at it on your phone, desktop, tablet. It's very interactive. And then the support that is there, we actually like to have the look and the feel of the local area. So you'll see that in the website. It's very much part of the local community. And in order to support that, if customers or good causes did have questions or needed to engage with our staff, there is a dedicated telephone number which has a local area code, and it would be answered as the Birmingham Community Lottery. So there's always someone there on the end of the phone. If there was players that were having problems with payments, that is all manned by Gatherwell. There is a dedicated email address for any queries as well, that is always manned by ourselves, and all updates via the Birmingham Community Lottery on social media accounts, where you can basically just keep an eye on what's going on, where you get winners wanting to share their stories and celebrate. They will all be set up and good to go. Now, what is the role of BVSC? So apart from actually setting this up alongside Gatherwell, as we move forward, their role is going to be sort of central marketing and the promotion of the lottery. So they've got you guys here today. As the operator, there are some licensing responsibilities that they have actually taken care of. So they have to hold a small society license, which is all set up and ready to go. Then as far as processes for assessing applicable good causes, it is going to be very similar to if you were going to apply for grant funding, but they will just check all of the good causes as they come in on the website. In all honesty, they're probably going to know or have dealt with a lot of the good causes that are here today, but it is a very easy process, and it is just a few questions that you need to go through to go online and be live on the website. The overall scheme administration, there's some behind the scene info details that BVSC, some reporting, which they do in partnership with ourselves. And then they are just there really for general good advice, to share a bit of best practice, where you get good causes that are selling lots of tickets, or if you do have a winner, just to share that across all social media, so it just keeps the interest and keeps the support for the Birmingham Community Lottery going. Just to give you a little bit of history, we actually launched our first community lottery back in 2015. We had previously worked across schools with My School Lottery, helping PTA groups to sort of fundraise throughout the year. And we were actually approached by Aylesbury Vale Council, who'd seen the work we did locally with schools, and said, we are struggling. We were having budget cuts with our voluntary and community sector looking into the following year, and they wanted new funding streams. So they asked if we could put something together, and this was the very first community lottery that we actually launched. So it did start as Aylesbury Vale in 2015, like we say, and there was about 40 good causes signed up, and they've gone from strength to strength. They're actually having just a little over 350 good causes that are signed up and regularly raising money. And they now are Buckinghamshire Lottery because they have just grown geographically throughout the area with more and more people signing up. Just to give you an idea of some of the good causes that we have worked with. So these are some of our longest standing good causes. So Brick Hill Cricket Club was one of our first, and they joined in 2015. Now they sell about 52 tickets weekly, which raises them just shy of £1,500 a year. And one of the reasons they actually signed up, they wanted to keep investing in junior coaching. So that has enabled them over the last 8 years to keep those programs up and running and keep the equipment coming in for the juniors. Their top tip they offered to sell tickets was to offer a free drink from the bar for everyone who signed up for the lottery, which might seem like a bit of a costly incentive at first, but a lot of those supporters have stuck with them for 8 years. So I'm sure that that free drink has more than sort of paid its way. Another one would be Carers Books. Again, they've been with us for about 8 years now. They're regularly selling over 50 tickets. Carers Books at the time, they didn't have an awful lot of resource. So they actually just added their lottery link to all of their email signatures for staff and volunteers. And just by making that very small change, they are regularly selling 54 tickets. So it goes to show you don't have to do a whole marketing campaign. There's different levels that you can engage your supporters, which can still raise quite a nice amount of money coming in. And then one of our smaller good causes, Brill Sports and Social Club. This is a small village, and they just leaflet drop the village. And from that, they have regular 37 to 40 tickets that they sell a week. And that just goes back into keeping their sports club up to date. So from building investment to sort of premises and equipment. Okay, so this is our commitment to the good causes. So basically, this is what we do with our good causes to make you as successful as possible. So by signing up, there is no cost to you guys to sign up. You receive your own dedicated webpage on the lottery website where you can shout about all the work you do. We will provide all your marketing materials. So they're co-branded with your cause, so they'll have your logo on, and then you'll receive regular seasonal updates. So there's always something there that you can send out to supporters, or you can leaflet drop, always something that's going to be relevant to the time of year. On the website, you get your own dashboard, so you can see how you're getting on, how many tickets you've sold, who's supporting you. And when you sign up, everybody receives a welcome pack with all of this information in and a marketing timeline of how to build participation. So all of your tools are online for you to download, and then you also get your welcome pack, which will walk you through the process. Weekly, you do get emails, and you will have your latest stats come over to you. Your supporters list is there, so you can always reach out to thank supporters. And on top of that, you do receive 50% of every ticket sold. Again, one of the biggest benefits to most of our good causes is they say they love the fact they get paid monthly, because it gives them time to be able to budget and to plan and forecast for what they're going to be doing that year. Now, the challenge we put out to yourselves, so we would say for every good cause that signs up, if you can sell 20 tickets within your first 4 weeks of your good cause going live, we have that as a bit of a loose target. By all means, you can increase it. That'd be fantastic. We also ask that whatever email address you use when you sign up is staffed. So if it is a shared email, just make sure that there's somebody that's going to be picking up emails from us, just in case there's issues with payment, so that we can always reach out and get hold of somebody at your organisation if somebody was on holiday. Now, use your dashboard, get used to it, track your performance, look at the marketing materials. If there are issues, like I say, there's a dedicated email, you can drop us a line and we can walk you through it. Most importantly, upload your bank details so we can pay you each month. And then just keep that messaging going out to supporters to sort of, after a few months, thank them that it's helping. You can even update the bio on the website to say what you've done. Yeah, and then really just help us to sort of help you make it as successful as possible, and just spread the word to as many people as you can. So the key dates we've got coming forward, we have our good cause launch today, and hopefully everybody will be super excited to sign up. The 28th of February is when we open up tickets on the website for players to start purchasing. So that gives us 4 or 5 weeks now to really reach out to all of the general public in and around Birmingham. Let them know what's coming. And if you've got regular supporters anyway, make them aware of the work you're going to be doing on the community lottery. And then on the 30th of March, we have your first draw. So it is still a few weeks away until first draw, which is great because it gives us that time to build momentum and to let as many people know as possible.